There are many truck and EDC reviews on YouTube. This one is a bit different, and our philosophy of use is centered on how we actually live as opposed to how we think we live. This isn't a quote prepper end quote video per se, but we do strongly believe in being responsible citizens and in the sheepdog concept. That means we are prepared for contingencies and basic emergencies. It means we have sufficient gear on board to not be a liability to emergency services or first responders in situations over which we have some control. We are not, however, first responders ourselves, at least anymore, and we don't live in Iraq, so you aren't going to see us kit the truck out like the Batmobile or like we are going to put down an insurrection or some weirdo vigilante after a natural disaster. Instead, this truck EDC, or everyday carry review, is centered on a few key tenets. Number 1, efficiency. Saves weight, saves energy. Number 2, simplicity. It's good under stress, it improves reliability. Number 3, interoperability. Saves weight, saves energy, good under stress, creates redundancy, all of which lead to increased survivability. This is my personal 2017 Honda Ridgeline RTL-E all-wheel drive. I've owned this truck for about 18 months at this point, and I have 16,500 miles on it. I have a full long-term ownership test review on the truck here if you are interested in just the truck. We use this truck for all kinds of work functions here at Core Performance. Field testing on trails, water in the range, road trips for shows and events like the SOAR Rescue National Tactical Medic Competition in Charlotte, North Carolina, and for occasionally moving company inventory. Our company, Core Performance, is headquartered in McLean, Virginia, which means roads and parking are tight. If you don't know where McLean, Virginia is, it's located about 10 minutes outside of the Washington, D.C. city limits, and we are about 10 minutes from the Key Bridge in Georgetown. We're also about 10 or 15 minutes from the Pentagon and 20 minutes from either Washington Dulles International Airport or Washington Reagan National Airport. This means, again, real estate's expensive, and that means that spaces are small. Everything you are about to see in this video is optimized for that reality. The center console is where I keep most of my EDC gear, at least the stuff that I use frequently. Eyes. I keep a pair of ANSI-rated Spy Optic Cork 2 sunglasses handy. The ANSI rating is very important in just about everything we do, but especially in eyewear. I wear these just about every day. They're awesome. Impact-rated eye protection is an absolute must. God issued us one pair of eyes and ears, so protect them accordingly. I also keep a backup pair of Oakleys handy, just in case I leave my Spy Optic at home or in case I have a passenger who forgets eyes. Next up here, we've got Apple earbuds because Bluetooth is not always great, can suck, and AirPods run out of power sometimes. Plus, you sound better on earbuds that are hardwired. Very valuable. Totally. Next up, Surefire A2 Aviator, stored with the tail cap in the locked out position to prevent accidental discharge and battery drain. I specifically chose the Aviator because it has a red map light function. Huge. If I ever find myself stuck somewhere and need to read a paper map, you'll have the ability to preserve your night vision. Totally awesome tool. Hand lotion. Cold temps drop, wind dries out your hands, dry hands crack, and cracks can bleed. Bleeding hands are not useful. Next up, microfiber cloth. And most cars today have some form of infotainment system that usually means a touchscreen. Touchscreens function and look much better when clean. Clean gear is working gear, and that means it will be there for you when you need it. Keep your stuff clean. Business cards. Not having business cards when you need them is simply unprofessional. Make sure you have cards. Screen cleaner. Clean stuff works better, as previously mentioned. Keep your stuff clean. Also great for iPhones, iPads, and iPro. Sunscreen. Well, again, self-explanatory. Two is one is none. So obviously I keep just regular sunscreen here. That's super handy, reasonably healthy, very affordable. But I also have backup sunscreen that includes bug spray in it. This stuff is super handy, especially for those of us that live here in Virginia. Wouldn't have found this without my wife, so big shout out to her for getting this awesome goodness. Next up, Blaze Defense Systems Mark 9 fire suppression device. Vehicles can catch on fire. Yes, it is rare. However, remember that cars are machines that move at high velocity using a series of controlled explosions created by a large supply of combustible fuel with incredible energy density. I prefer Blaze Defense Systems Mark 9 fire suppression devices because they're small, as you can see here, not a lot bigger than the A2 Aviator, and they pack a serious punch. Next up, bamboo cutlery. Good for you, good for the environment. Besides, plastic utensils are weak and they kind of suck for actually cutting and eating real food. Thank you, Nothing Fancy, for that inspiration and suggestion. Totally kick-ass. Easy Pass. Time is money. Enough said. Get one of these things so that you don't have to wait in traffic, even if I know it's expensive sometimes. What do we got next? The Oakley carbon blade case. This is my backup. It's empty because the carbon blades are up in the internal sunglass holder in the overhead console, but this is a super awesome case. Always good to have a backup pair of eyes because you never know when you're going to need them, and not having eyes when you need them really sucks. AC inverter. Bought this off of Amazon. Totally awesome road trip gold. Awesome for work road trips when your passengers can be on laptops getting work done. This is a particularly useful model because it has it can run two MacBook Pros simultaneously. Also has dual USB ports, as you can see back here, for charging that Apple Armada next to the twin AC outlets. Just super useful. It basically turns your DC outlet into something that you can actually use. Next up, Tom's of Maine deodorant, because BO is rude. Nobody likes smelly people. Also, this guy, great episode of how I built this. Check that out if you have not. Pen and notebook, also self-explanatory, particularly useful on road trips where your right seater may need to write down something like confirmation numbers or phone numbers and the like. Honestly, also useful for writing down license plate numbers should you ever need to do that. Coast headlamp. No truck EDC setup is complete without a headlamp. Try changing a tire, rendering first aid, or refueling in the dark on the side of a road with a handheld flashlight. Good luck, no thanks. I once had to change a tire on the side of a road in Tibet at night with about 2 feet of clearance to at least a 2,000-foot drop, and that would have sucked. The headlamp stepped up huge. It was awesome. Way clutch. Couldn't have done it without it. Also, headlamps are much cheaper than night vision, so if the truck gets broken into or stolen, you're not really going to be missing $12 all that much. Red map light, super useful, previously mentioned for reading paper maps. Also kept in the truck. Winter chicken dinner. We got the Honda Ridgeline quick reference guide, very useful occasionally. Also, I just feel bad about throwing this away, so... we got Howard Light foamies. Like eyes, God only issued us one pair, so protect them accordingly. Critical for good situational awareness. 511 card wallet. This thing is awesome. Costanza wallets are for guys like George Costanza. Do you want to be like that guy? I don't think so. Backup Metro card, preloaded to get home from the farthest distance at the highest fare possible. We got the Costco card here, and then we've got some business cards also as a backup, again, previously mentioned. Very, very useful. Med kit, first aid kit. You have to have one of these, period. If you don't, you're wrong. I assembled this one myself with the help from our friends at Soar Rescue and Soar Rescue LE. Lots of backup illumination, Band-Aids, the usual kind of stuff, tourniquet, North American Rescue. Honestly, a lot of the basics. You can assemble one of these yourself, backup glow stick, just in case. I keep one of these in a lot of places where you may need light just in case you don't have your flashlight with you. If you want to get a, this is super huge, toothbrush kit, because bad breath like BO is kind of rude and kind of sucks. I did do a full review of this. We'll be putting the link in the show notes below so you can check that out in full detail, and we'll be publishing a video on that soon with Soar Rescue LE. Look forward to that. Okay, let's get to the glove box. So in the glove box, we've got some napkins over here on the left, because napkins are super handy for cleaning up messy crap, and messy crap isn't cool. Shoe shine kit, old habits die hard. I used to keep this in my glove box for my duty boots. Clorox bleach pen, again, dirty crap isn't cool. Super awesome, very, very useful in a pinch when you need it. Terry cloth towel, again, more utility. In here lives license, registration, proof of insurance. If you ever hear those words, be ready. Underneath that, the vehicle sticker, and that's the glove box. Okay, so we've got the driver's side door here. You can see right away we've got a terry cloth towel. This is less for the interior, more for the exterior to wipe down the car or wipe down the truck whenever you need it. My favorite pair of general purpose gloves ever, No Fear motocross gloves, probably 20 years old, great for weapon manipulation and also working on the truck, changing a tire, etc. Just phenomenal dexterity, great durability, unbelievable. Watch cap, keeping warm, obviously. This one was an old department issued watch cap, phenomenal, simple. And then we've got cold weather glove liners, insulators. Again, if you're going to need a watch cap, you're probably going to need some cold weather gloves. Got to keep those hands warm so you can make them useful. Okay, moving on to the back seat where I keep the PT Go bag. We got a basic weight belt here, 2-pod variety, totally awesome. I just kind of keep this back here so that it's always in the truck whenever I need it. We got the RPM jump rope. Thank you, Amy and Ernest Langdon. Totally awesome. Nike track spikes. These things are phenomenal. I love doing speed work to balance out the distance maintenance that I do every week. These things are phenomenal. Very lightweight, so I always want to make sure they're there in case I have an opportunity. Backup sunscreen. Pretty simple. Beyond pullover, in case you want to do a trail run or a road run with a little bit of light rain or a light breeze. This thing is fantastic for that purpose, always handy. Next up, we've got the truck gun. I keep mine in a low profile Timbuk2 waist pack / sling bag that I got from my buddy Andrew. He was about to throw it out and figured out one man's trash is another man's treasure. Anyway, Keltec Sub 2K Gen 2 variety, chambered in 9mm. This is, in my opinion, the best truck gun on the market. You can see Glock 17 mags. We've got some 90 grain plus Ps in there from Supervel. Totally sick. I think this thing is phenomenal because, as you can see, it deploys from the folded position. Gives you a nice low profile, easy to use platform. Weapon light, Streamlight TLR1, very bright. The action can be a little bit difficult to manipulate, but it folds back down, and then you can put it into the Timbuk2 low profile bag, and you can carry this thing around. Got a spare Glock fun stick, so 33 round 9mm mag right there that I I've got kept in these little elastic pouches that kind of make for an improvised magazine pouch. And then got a little bit of med stuff in here just as a backup. And that pretty much rounds out the truck gun. For a more detailed review, click the link in the show notes. Okay, and back to the in-bed trunk, one of my favorite features on the Ridgeline. You can see I use our ice plates to carry my emergency water. In here, I've got 20 ice plates, which I choose over bottled water because, as you can see, they provide dramatic storage density advantages over bottled water. It just leaves me a lot more room on top of my water stores to store additional payload, which is very useful. If you want more details on this, we've got a link in the show notes to an article that we wrote providing a lot more detail on IcePlate's storage density advantage over really any other form of bottled water. Or water storage, I should say. So onto the get home bag. This is going to be a real quick run through, not detailed. We have a separate review coming on this. Basic Gorilla Tape, sunscreen, comfort items in the top access pocket, top panel pocket. And then here in the main compartment, we got a Healy Hansen soft shell secured by a Mountain Hardware belt. Again, multi-purpose life, old IFAC, department issued, onboard IcePlate for hydration, fire starter kit, emergency hand crank radio with solar backup, insulated cold weather gloves, and again, we'll do a detailed review on this coming soon, so just stay tuned. We will put a link down in the show notes below. That multifunction Mountain Hardware belt here containing the Healy Hansen softshell jacket is hugely critical, central design philosophy for us here at Core Performance to have everything do more than one thing. Multi-purpose is clutch. It's a great way to make all of your kit much, much more efficient. So we'll just secure this get home bag here. Again, I try to go for a very civilian looking, very plain Jane, blending into the crowd. Okay, this is the truck bag, which is separate from the get home bag. This is basically the tools you need to operate the vehicle in just about any condition, or in this case yourself, with comfort items, toilet paper. Yeah, it's in rough shape, but whatever, it works. I don't really care. We all know what it is for. Snow scraper, very useful when you live here in Virginia. We got a Gerber E-tool. Everybody knows this is great. I've used it to shovel my truck out of snow before and out of ice. Another backup terry cloth, long duration candle, some road flares. Can't have enough of those things, really. Very, very clutch. Tie down straps, use those actually very frequently. Backup candles, some Fix-A-Flat here, even though I have a spare tire. Very useful. Moisture wicking base layer backup, jumper cables, bungee cord, more tie downs. And that pretty much does it. So that's just a quick look at my 2017 Ridgeline truck EDC kit and loadout. We'd love to hear suggestions, and we'd love to hear what you guys carry in your loadouts. So please drop us a line, drop us comments below, and we'd love to see your setups. Stay frosty.